Hey there, this is Laura with Mom Envy, and today we are going to be creating a Santa tray. We're going to be using the free files that you can get in my blog post. And so the very first thing you need to do is refresh your screen and make sure that you have everything set up before you do all of your settings. So I'm going to be using basswood. Normally I would do something like an actual cutting board and my settings would be different, but I just wanted to use something that I had on hand so that I could quickly show you how to do this. So I'm going to go ahead and measure. I'm just going to click the center of the board because I feel like that's a good place to get my measurement from, and it will auto measure, and it may adjust it just slightly, which is why you want to do this before you put in the image. So next you're going to click in the upper left hand corner where it says image, and you're going to find where you downloaded the file from my website. So I'm going to go ahead and go with the circle SVG, and I'm going to click that and just put it here in the center. And I know it's going to have to be a little bit smaller, so I'm going to resize it. And I'm going to click Engrave, which will make it easier to see. Next, to be able to center it better, I'm actually going to insert a circle. It just makes it easier, and if you're doing one of the rectangular ones, then you're going to use a rectangle. So I'm going to put in a circle, and I'm just going to change the size of the circle to be approximately the size of the board. Okay, so once you have your circle placed in the right spot, you're going to make sure you select both the design and the circle, and then you're going to align them in the horizontal center and also the vertical center. And so this will just make sure that your design is as center as possible. And then make sure you delete that circle because you definitely don't want that engraving on your board. And so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do my settings. So you're going to click on your design and then go over here the right hand side, click Engrave. I'm going to do a power of 15 and a speed of, let's slow it down about to 175, which will give it a little bit of a darker engrave. While these settings are what works best with my board, just make sure you're using whatever settings will work best with whatever the board is that you will be using, because things like a cutting board will have much different settings. Once your settings are done, you're going to click Process over here in the bottom right hand corner. And then you're going to click the Start button on the right hand side. And I'm going to show you what it looks like in the machine when I am ready to engrave. Okay, so this is what the board looks like in my machine. I've got it clipped down and it's on my honeycomb and it is ready to be engraved. So I'm going to go ahead and show you what it looks like when we go to hit the Start button and get the process started. Okay, so I'm going to push my Start button. It's going to start to engrave. I'm only going to show you a second of it and I'll actually come back partway through and show you once it's actually started because there's not much that you can see right now. And then I will show you what the finished product looks like. Okay, so this is what it looks like as it's already done a little bit of it. And so as you can see now, you can really see what the engraving looks like. And the centering really worked well because it looks like it is perfectly centered. And here's the final product.